So as we go live on our Facebook and YouTube to say a very good morning to Mr. Nico Kleynhans. Thank you, sir, for your time. It's such an honor and a privilege. I had a very interesting experience yesterday. I had to go see a specialist because of a challenge inside my gum. And it was the first time I'd been to the specialist. And I was quite amazed with regard to this document that I had to sign with regard to money, making it very clear they don't deal with the medical aid. I have to deal with the medical aid. I have to pay. And then also the whole thing of if I don't pay, then they will come after me. I will have to pay the legal fees and so forth. And I thought, wow, this is hectic. But I suppose it is necessary when it comes to the money thing because people owe people money and they just disappear or they try to disappear. So that's why we're talking about this important conversation. Nico, thank you for joining us. The topic is what to do when someone owes you money.
Yes, it is a sad truth that many people, particularly medical professionals, hit medical professionals, incur a debt and then disappear and expect the doctors to subsidize. And I am aware of doctors, particularly Christian doctors, who then expect to carry that debt and not do anything about it. And in some cases, it could be up to a third of their income that doesn't come in. That can be catastrophic. But the question is, what do you do if somebody owes you money and they are not prepared to pay? And that can come about because they knocked on your door and they said, we need money. Are you able to give us some money and at the end of the month we'll pay back? Or it could be that you were at the garage and somebody came and dinged your car and they didn't have insurance and now they owe you money. Or it could be that you made the mistake by choosing a builder who wanted a large deposit and then he evaporated with your money.
Ooh, yes.
Without producing the required service. So those are the kind of situations that I'm talking about. They're real life situations, and most of us, at least once in our lives, will go through this particular problem. What can we do? Now, the first process, obviously, because there is a legal process that you can follow, is you need to contact the person and say, hey buddy, you owe me money. And they will then, if they're honest, they will deal with it or they will negotiate with you. But we're now talking about the person who doesn't want to do that. What do you do then? The next step is that you have to now deliver a demand. And you have to have a witness. So either you issue a letter or you have somebody with you, but you make sure that they have a clear understanding that they owe you money. And you may have to use a courier service to deliver. In the old days, you just sent a registered letter, but those days are now gone, so you have to use another method. But you now have to have proof that you put a claim and that they are aware that they owe you money and that they are ignoring your request. So that then becomes the stage number 2. If there's still no progress, then you go to an organization called the Small Claims Court. They exist not at every single magistrate's court, so you've got to find out where the closest small claims court is. You go there and you explain your story. They will fill out forms, and then I suggest the best is to have the sheriff deliver that particular summons, because this now goes to the next level and you've already tried face-to-face. Clearly it's ignored. The sheriff often will have a different approach that has to be dealt with. But that goes off, and then they've got 14 days to respond. They often will, sometimes they won't, but on the day that you have to appear, take your documents with you, explain to the commissioner what the situation is, why you believe the claim should be paid. If the claim is more than 20,000 rand, the commissioner will say to you, we can't do this hearing unless you reduce the claim to 20,000 rand. So at that point, it's better to get 20,000 than to get nothing.
Yeah, true.
So that then is the process that goes on. A ruling is made. If the person still refuses to pay, then the sheriff will go out there and simply confiscate goods and sell it. So you will get your money then. So it is a process. You can get some of your money back. And unfortunately, a lot of us get caught because we pay deposits to handy people who come along. And that's where most of the claims, in fact, happen. Those deposits, those are scam artists. They claim to be people that will deliver the goods. And the issue is, if you're dealing with a stranger, don't hand over money unless you've spoken to people who've dealt with him.
Okay.
And not only one name, because that could be his cousin. So, do some due diligence there. So that is one of the processes that are open to you. The other complaint that I get often from listeners are they go with a credit card, a plastic credit card. They go to a flea market, they pay, and then they find later that somehow that card is being used another time.
Oh dear.
Now, you can appeal that process, but the banks have a system that if you use tap and pay, a virtual card, you're automatically covered by insurance. If you use a plastic card, you are not automatically covered by insurance. So if you're going to purchase from a group of people that you've never purchased before, you must use tap and pay.
That's your virtual card is the best way.
That is your virtual card. And the benefit for you there is because the virtual card, the CVV number, changes constantly. So it's monitored differently. The risk is lower for the bank, and therefore the bank doesn't lose, the insurance company loses. Now, the problem that I've had this month is that one of the companies that I use regularly on the virtual card, that bounced.
Oh, wow.
Not because I didn't have money, but because somebody used a plastic card and the bank picked up, hang on, this large organization is now getting an unacceptable number of complaints against it.
Oh, wow.
So the bank just blocked off everybody.
That's hectic.
But it gives you more protection. So folks, credit cards where a lot of fraud happens, use the virtual cards. And if you do have people owing you money, see what the small claims court can do. Because at the end of the day, if we use that method, we are in fact removing the scam artists off the planet, and we're making it safe for everybody else.
Sure. That's brilliant. Thank you, Mr. Nico. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us in studio. Always an honor and a privilege. And God bless you.
Thank you.